Oh, what a night it was yesterday. Forest slapped 5 past Sunderland. Elliot Anderson gets a goal that had us all in tears. And Forest are 8 points clear as things stand of the relegation zone. What does this mean? What happens next? Who cares right now? Let's talk about the match. Welcome to the match reaction. Hi guys, hope you're doing well. Well, you should be doing well. And welcome to the match reaction where it finished Sunderland 0, Forest 5. 5 goals, man. We used to go like a whole month to see one goal. 99 shots to get one goal at the City Ground only a few weeks ago under one certain manager I don't want to name. And now we're getting 5 in an evening. We're getting hat tricks in 10 minutes. It's just crazy stuff. So if you're enjoying the content, give me a high five, pardon the pun, by hitting that like button. Make sure you're subscribed as well if you're new. And make sure you check out the merch store because I hope ain't nobody stupid enough. I hope anybody's not stupid enough, should I say. Right there to write us off. Because it's a big week coming up. It's been a big weekend already. And there's so much to talk about, chat. So check out the merch store. Use code FFTV. We've chucked in like a 10 or 15% discount there. The We Always Win t-shirt is still there. That I will be wearing. I won't even wash it. I'll be wearing that all summer if Spurs go down. Oh, I can't wait. Anyway. There's so much to talk about last night's game. We've got to talk about the player performances, what this means for the league, what this means for the Europa League. What are we all saying to Pereira now? And should Forest have stuck with Dyche like a lot of people were telling me at the time? So let's jump into it by starting on this game. Firstly, I want to start with Elliot Anderson. I saw his post-match interview and wow, it gets you, doesn't it? It really does. And I couldn't be happier for him. The guy shouldn't be playing football after what he's gone through. But he's done what he's done. He's come back and that goal is the least he deserves. So I'm so happy for Elliot Anderson. And what a lovely guy he is as well. His whole family's going to be proud. I think the whole city of Newcastle is proud. I've had so many of my Newcastle mates messaging me saying that got him there as well when he scored the goal. So proud of him. Fantastic performance as well. And yeah, long may it continue. Long may it continue. He's got to be starting for England in the World Cup. And speaking of England, and speaking of other people that should be starting, I got to say Morgan Gibbs-White now. Morgan Gibbs-White? Yeah, maybe call him that. Morgan Gibbs-White is what I'm trying to say. Is in sensational goal scoring form. 7 goals in 7 games. Top leading English goal scorer in the Premier League. Absolutely the hottest goal scorer right now. I can't believe I'm saying these words about Morgan Gibbs-White. Every time he looks like he's about to shoot, I think he's going to score. And he has been. This turnaround in his form has been ridiculous. It's just quality. I looked back at his goals and you know what? There's a lot of quality in his goals. My favourite one was his one against Man City with the reverse back heel thing. He scored a really good goal against Brighton. Scored against Spurs. I mean, that wasn't a great goal, but boy, did I love that goal. It's just, there's been goals. Hat tricks against Burnley. Another goal yesterday as well. The guy just feels like he's on cloud 9 when it comes to confidence. And this is only going to help us, especially with Villa coming up this week. And then Jesus dropping into this 10 position. I love it. I thought he was man of the match yesterday. I just think not only is he linking up the play, but because he's kind of playing how he was playing when he was a 9. And let me explain what I mean by that. When he was the 9, he was dropping into deeper positions, picking up the ball, getting physical with the defenders and everything, which was good. But there was always like you wanted someone in front of him. That was the problem with it. He was doing the role of a 10, a shadow striker, whatever the kids call it these days. And now with Chris Wood up front, it's also freeing him up because Chris Wood is keeping defenders occupied as well. And Chris Wood hasn't been back on scintillating Woodinho form yet. He's getting into match fitness. He scored his goal, fantastic. But Chris Wood just being there is allowing Jesus to find extra pockets of space and freedom and everything. And his goal was brilliant. On the volley, do you guys know how hard that volley is at the back post? Like, what a finish that was. his awareness in the box to get the header cushioned beautifully for Gibbs-White, so Gibbs-White doesn't even have to break stride and can just hit the ball. As I was saying yesterday, it was a just hit me kind of cushion header. And I just think he's going from strength to strength, and I'm really enjoying his performances in this 10 position. I thought Hutchinson was outstanding in that first half. He suddenly looked like a tricky winger, a dribbly winger. He suddenly looked, 10 miles per hour faster as well. He's looked slow in a lot of the recent games, and suddenly they just couldn't handle him yesterday. And Milenkovic and Jair Cunha, fantastic. All round, I was really happy with the overall performance. And the credit has to go to Vítor Pereira. And I don't think enough credit is being given to him outside of the Forest fan base. That's 8 games in a row that we haven't seen an L. Like, that's crazy, man. It's starting to feel like last season. That performance yesterday, that first half performance, to me feels like what we should have had after the Brentford performance on the opening day of the season. We've just had this massive chasm in between. Because, a lot of the players are still the same players that played that Brentford game when we cooked them 3-0 in the first half. And yesterday, we just saw what Forest do best. We went back to what's been working for us. It's in our DNA, that quick, snappy, don't pass the ball sideways, backwards, recycle, back to cells, pump it long. No, get the ball, get into the box, get the crosses in or get the passes in, take your shots, man. And our conversion rate was ridiculous. I think when we were 4-0 up, we'd had 5 shots. And that's what's been missing from what we had last season into this season. And honestly, like, we're second in the form table. I know a lot of other teams still need to play, but we can't finish probably any worse than like 4th in the form table come the end of the weekend. And I'm just really enjoying it. It's really invigorated me again, seeing Forest play like that. And I think we're safe. I thought a draw was enough to make us safe yesterday. 37 points for me, even if Spurs win today, which I'm still not convinced they will. I think they draw with Wolves. I think West Ham draw or lose to Everton. But either way, if you guys still think we're in a relegation battle, then Leeds are in a relegation battle. Then Newcastle are in a relegation battle. It's not unfathomable to think that by the time we play Newcastle, we could be level or ahead of them. We got Chelsea next in the league, who are utter rubbish. Everyone's saying, oh, new manager bounce. Oh, Dan Potts is in charge. Now, Dan Potts hates Chelsea, man. He'll sort us out. And then we got Newcastle after that. Newcastle's form is horrific right now. I think they've taken 3 or 4 L's in a row. So I'm confident. But what I'll tell you is this. I don't care. I think we're safe. And now all I care about is that trophy. We go on Thursday at home. The stadium is going to be absolutely on fire. And we need to take a good lead to Villa. 1 goal, 2 goal, whatever it is, we take it to Villa Park. And then if we are in the lead, play the kids against Chelsea. I can give a damn about that game. And then get us to the final. And then once we've played Newcastle, I think maybe we draw with Newcastle or something like that. 40 points is more than enough. More than enough. Let's see where Spurs and West Ham and Leeds and Newcastle all are at that stage. I just want this trophy. And I'll tell you what's crazy. When you actually look at the stats now, this is Forest's second best season since being back in the Premier League already. And it's felt like one of the worst seasons we've had. We're on 39 points. That's only been overshadowed by Nuno last season in what we did to get Europe. So, like, make that make sense. It's absolutely crazy. And if we get a trophy, it becomes the best season ever. It really does. But I'm so optimistic right now. I'm loving what Vítor's doing. I'm loving his humbleness. I'm loving his approach. I'm loving his team selection. But most importantly, I'm loving his tactics and his reading of the game. This guy understands football. He understands the ebbs and the flows within the game that certain managers who had not too long been in that dugout had absolutely no clue about. Even if they did manage 351 games or whatever it is in the Premier League, zero tactical nous. And that's what I like about this. I like that we saw a press. We didn't let Sunderland breathe in that first half. We were on them. We were closing them down. That's how Chris Wood got his goal, for example. because we forced mistakes. We had 2 chances before that where we did force mistakes and we didn't capitalize on them. And this is what I want to see. I want to see this Forest. I'm not asking for a possession-based team. I'm asking for a high energy, high octane, good press, good counter-attack, swift in the attack. And that's exactly what I'm seeing now. And long may it continue. You know what? If we didn't have Europa League, honestly, Forest could still make a push for Europe through the league. Like, we still might. We still might. No losses in 8. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, there's 4 games left, 12 to play for. We're on 39. So what could we end up on? 51. It's an ask. It's an ask. You know, currently the European spot's around 47, 48 points. But where's this football been all season, man? It's like, we should be way, way higher than we are in the league right now. And I don't think anyone will argue that. And in terms of the relegation battle, I've never said we were in one. And this is why. I think it'll still be Spurs. Even if they beat Wolves, that puts them on 34 points. I don't know where they get any more points for the rest of the season. But Leeds have a big say in this because they play both West Ham and Spurs in the last few games. So either Leeds could kill one of them off, or they could maybe, who knows, end up dragging themselves back into it. But the best thing about all of this is it was on Friday night. We can now enjoy our whole weekend. We can be Wolves fans if you want Spurs down. You can be Everton fans if you want West Ham down. I'm just going to enjoy this weekend. And even if Spurs and West Ham were both to win, it's fine because Forest will be the net gainers from this weekend. And what do I mean by that? The goal difference. Forest's goal difference is now on -4. Both Spurs and West Ham are in double digits on negatives. That's an extra point. So any one of you who think, oh, well, one more point is the one. Well, the one more point is the goal difference. We're net on 40 points. But if Spurs don't beat Wolves, bye Spurs. Say hello to Derby. Please let it happen. Please let it happen. If Spurs go down, we take their trophy, and Arsenal go and win the league. That's got to be the ultimate Spurs nightmare. And then me, the YouTube nightmare, I'll be there waiting for them, reminding them of what Marinakis told them in the summer. Make sure you've liked, make sure you're subscribed. We might do a laugh along on Spurs later on. I don't know, I need to see how much time I've got. So get the likes up and we'll have a look at that. And yeah, we'll be doing Grumpy Old Reds on Sunday. So enjoy your Saturday. I might see you for a watch along later on. If not, definitely on Sunday. What a performance, what a result. Smile for the rest of the weekend because the Reds are staying up. Come on, you Reds.